गङ्गा विन्ध्य हिमाचल यमुना गङ्गा उच्चल जलधितरङ्गा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
भारत माता की। I request following dignitaries to come forward for the lamp lighting. Shri Piyush Goyal ji, Dr. Rajiv Kumar, Mr. Sanjay Mehta, Mr. B.K. Soni. Sir, please take your seats. So good morning, everyone. My name is Amar Singh, and I'm the Secretary General of MRI. Respected Chief Guest Shri Piyush Goyal ji, Secretary Ministry of Mines, our esteemed guest of honor, Dr. Rajiv Kumar, Chairman of Pehle India Foundation, distinguished dignitaries from Ministry of Mines, Niti Aayog, MeitY, Ministry of Environment, Forest, Climate Change, Ministry of Heavy Industries, esteemed representatives from ANRF, JNAR-DDC, TERI, distinguished speakers, industry leaders, delegates from industry, academia, and research institutes, international partners, members of MRI, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm good morning and heartfelt welcome to all of you. It is my privilege today to welcome you on behalf of Material Recycling Association of India to this one-day conference on India's critical mineral recycling landscape, building India's critical mineral ecosystem. Your presence here today reflects the growing recognition that critical mineral recycling has become a strategic necessity for India's energy transition, manufacturing ambitions, and resource security. The question before us is how swiftly and effectively India can build a robust ecosystem that ensures availability, affordability, and sustainability of these critical resources. MRI conceived this conference with a simple yet important objective: to bring every stakeholders of the critical mineral value chain onto one common platform. Policymakers, industry leaders, recyclers, OEMs, technology developers, researchers, startups, investors, international partners, all have a crucial role to play. While each has been contributing within their respective domains, there has been a long need for a forum where ideas may converge, challenges may be addressed openly, collaborations may be forged, and practical solution may emerge. Today's conference is starting with an inaugural session on India's readiness for critical mineral recycling ecosystem, followed by discussion on the global and domestic outlook, India's policy landscape, technology innovation, commercialization, industrial transformation, and an industry-focused session on scaling recycling capacity, investment, and market creation. We are sincerely grateful to the Ministry of Mines for its guidance and encouragement in organizing this conference. We also sincerely acknowledge the support of Niti Aayog, MeitY, MOEFCC, and our knowledge partner, TERI and JNAR DDC. Thank you all the delegates for participating at this conference. I would like to request my colleagues to kindly play MRAI video. I would like to tell you that what MRAI is doing and since how long we are participating in recycling activities.
What we called waste earlier is, in fact, the foundation of tomorrow. Across cities, industries, farms, factories, and homes, materials complete one life cycle only to begin another. In a world facing resource scarcity, climate change, and growing consumption, recycling is no longer optional, it is essential. This is the era of circular economy, where value is preserved, resources are regenerated, and sustainability drives growth. Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi has envisioned an ambitious vision for India, a net zero waste society by 2070, where circularity becomes the backbone of development. At the heart of this transformation stands the Material Recycling Association of India, MRAI, the apex national body representing India's recycling industry. With 1800 plus members, representing 25,000 MSMEs and supporting employment for over 2.5 million people, we are the unified voice of India's recycling ecosystem. Across metals, plastics, paper, e-waste, batteries, tires, ELVs, solar, used oil, and other recyclables. Over the recent past, we moved beyond advocacy to active participation in policy and implementation. From scrap reforms and trade facilitation to international reforms, we have worked closely with government to ensure policies are effective on the ground. MRAI today is a globally recognized stakeholder. From organizing international conferences, engaging in bilateral dialogues, MRAI represents India's interests on free and fair trade of recycled raw materials, environmental safeguards, and responsible recycling. Recycling is not just an industry, it is the central point of a circular economy. It conserves resources, reduces emissions, creates jobs, builds resilience. MRAI, the voice of the Indian recycling industry, shaping circularity, driving sustainability, powering tomorrow.
Thank you so much. सर 2011 से एमआरआई का कार्यकाल चालू हुआ, मतलब 2008 में एमआरआई बन गई थी, लेकिन 2011 से एक ऑफिस छोटा सा चालू किया और इस काम को आगे बढ़ाया. 2016 तक हम लोग मेटल्स रिसाइकलिंग एसोसिएशन थे। फिर नीति आयोग के मेंबर थे श्री सारस्वत साहब, उन्होंने बोला था कि आप क्यों बस मेटल्स पे फोकस करते हो, आपको फोकस करना चाहिए सारी अदर कमोडिटीज पे। उसके बाद मेटल्स का हमने मटेरियल्स किया। लेकिन सर ये जो ट्रांजिशन है ना, ये इट वाज नॉट सो इजी। बहुत पैशनेट लोगों की जरूरत है इस इंडस्ट्री को। तो ऐसे ही बहुत पैशनेट अगर मैं बोलूं तो हमारे प्रेसिडेंट साहब हैं श्री संजय मेहता जी। 4 कार्यकाल से ही इज सर्विंग एज अ प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ MRI। इनकी खुद की बहुत बड़ी कंपनी है, 52 साल पुरानी कंपनी है, लगभग 5000 लोग काम करते हैं सारे वर्टिकल्स में, चाहे वो इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस हो, डोमेस्टिक बिजनेस हो, मेटल्स का बिजनेस हो, ई वेस्ट का बिजनेस हो, दूसरी कम्युनिटीज का बिजनेस हो, एल्यूमिनियम, कॉपर, सारे बिजनेसेस इन लोग के पास हैं और बहुत तहे दिल से इस रिसाइकलिंग इंडस्ट्री को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए अपनी पूरी सेवा प्रदान कर रहे हैं सर। तो आई विल रिक्वेस्ट संजय भाई, प्लीज कम ऑन द डायस एंड गिव योर स्पीच।
Thank you so much, Amar. Good morning, Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Piyush Goyal ji, Secretary, Ministry of Mines, esteemed Guest of Honor, Shri Dr. Rajiv Kumar, Chairman, Pehle India Foundations and former Niti Aayog Vice Chairman, distinguished dignitaries, industry leaders, international delegates, technology innovators, researchers, academia, members of the recycling fraternity, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. Your presence here today is not just an attendance, it is a powerful statement of our shared resolve to strengthen India's resource security and to advance the vision of a truly circular economy. At the very outset, I wish to express my sincere gratitude to the Ministry of Mines for its guidance and encouragement in convening this timely and strategic conference today. I also extend heartfelt thanks to Niti Aayog, MITI, MFCC, MHI, our knowledge institutions, industry partners, sponsors, technology providers, startups, and every delegate who has traveled from across India and overseas to join us. This gathering, friends, is not merely another event. It marks the beginning of a national dialogue on one of the most critical challenges and opportunities before India today. Sir, the world is undergoing an unprecedented transformation. Electric mobility is replacing conventional transport. Renewable energy is becoming the backbone of power systems. Battery storage, semiconductors, electronics, aerospace, telecommunications, and defense technologies are expanding rapidly at fastest pace. At the heart of all these technologies, having critical minerals involved in all these sectors. The global race for lithium, cobalt, nickel, graphite, rare earth elements, and several other strategic minerals is no longer about economic growth. It is about energy security, technological leadership, and national resilience. Under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, India has launched a National Critical Mineral Mission, accelerated domestic exploration, strengthened international partnerships, encouraged investments across the value chain, and introduced policy initiatives to reduce import dependence. However, mining alone cannot meet the rapidly growing demand. The second pillar of resource security must be recycling, circular economy. Urban mines are becoming as important as natural miners. Used batteries, solar panels, permanent magnets, and other end-of-life products contain enormous quantities of valuable critical minerals waiting to be recovered. Recognizing this potential, the Government of India has earned earmarked rupees 1,500 crore under the rupees 34,300 crore National Critical Mineral Mission (NCMM) to incentivize critical mineral recovery from secondary resources. This is a significant step towards building a robust domestic recycling ecosystem and reducing India's dependence on imported raw materials. Every ton recycled reduces our dependence on imports, conserves natural resources, lower emissions, saves energy, creates enormous employment, and strengthens domestic manufacturing. This is where India's opportunity lies. With our scale, our talent, and our entrepreneurial spirit, we can transform recycling from a necessity into a national strength. Today, India has many advantages. India is the world's third largest automobile market, creating a rapidly expanding electric mobility ecosystem and a growing future stream of end-of-life batteries. We are emerging as a major battery manufacturer hub with domestic cell manufacturing supported by the production-linked incentives, PLI schemes, and gigafactory investments expected to take a manufacturing capacity beyond 100 gigawatt hours in the near term. Today, we are one of the world's fastest growing electronics manufacturing destinations, with electronics productions reaching USD 125 billion and an ambitious target of USD 500 billion by 2031, significantly increasing the future availability of recyclable electronics waste. We rank third globally in renewable energy installed capacity and third in solar power capacity, reflecting the scale of the country's clean energy transition and the future opportunity for recovering critical minerals from solar panels and energy storage systems. These sectors will eventually generate significant quantities of end-of-life materials that can become valuable domestic resources of critical minerals. If we establish the right ecosystem today, India can emerge not only as manufacturing hub, but also as a global leader in circular resource management. The government has already taken several important steps: the launch of the National Critical Mineral Mission, Production-Linked Incentive Scheme, battery manufacturing initiatives, research support, and various incentive mechanisms demonstrate India's commitment to building resilient supply chains. However, this journey requires collective action. Industry policymakers, researchers, technology developers, startups, financial institutions, and academia must work together. We need world-class collection systems, advanced recycling technologies, investments in refining and recovery, quality infrastructure, and skilled manpower. We need stronger collaborations between manufacturing, recyclers, and Government of India. Policymakers. If we act decisively today, India will not only secure its future supply of critical minerals, but also set a global benchmark in circular resource management. This is precisely where MRAI has organized today's conference because of that reason only. The objective is simple: to move beyond discussions and identify actionable solutions to accelerate India's critical minerals recycling ecosystem. As apex body associations representing India's recycling industry, MRI remains committed to working closely with every stakeholder since its inception in 2011, with over 1,800 members today and a network of nearly 25,000 recycling enterprises, has witnessed a remarkable transformation of India's recycling sector into a strategic pillar of the nation's circular economy, resource security, and sustainable industrial growth. At MRI, we are establishing a strong, highly competent critical minerals committee. Under its umbrella, as part of this initiative, we are aligning ourselves with the vision of the Government of India to build a robust, resilient, and future-ready critical mineral ecosystems. The future demands stronger partnerships. Success will come only when all stakeholders work together with a common purpose. Together, let us build an India that is resource secure, technologically advanced, environmentally responsible, and globally competitive. Sir, before I conclude here today, I have a few requests with you and other ministries of Government of India who are part of this conference. During this journey of last 15 years, my experience, I was Vice VP initially of MRI, Vice President from 2011 to 2014-15. Then I became a president of MRI. I visited many ministries on day-to-day basis. Every month, we go for some kind of advocacy and reforms for my industry. Our government of India has given excellent support in last 10 to 12 years of journey. Various reforms has been given. Duties has been abolished on copper, steel, scrap. Various scrap duties has been abolished. And I'm sure that our Secretary, sir, will look into our 2.5% duty only on aluminum scrap is remaining. But definitely, I'm confident that this year that will also go away with the definitely Government of India's support. Sir, during this journey, I have seen that the progress, what we can achieve jointly together with the associations, Government of India and the stakeholders, a dedicated task of recycling is missing. We have to visit to more than 10 ministries, 12 ministries on day-to-day basis. There are various same policies are built by many ministries and the results are delayed. The implementations are delayed. Some of the policies implementations are definitely not there from last few years, though Government of India is working very hard to get the implementation done. But if dedicated desk is been created in Ministry of Commerce or DPIIT or wherever you would like to, maybe MSME, progress will be definitely beyond our expectations. There are only 5 listed companies in India, sir, as on today. I promise you that by 2030, if you give your supporting hands, by 2030, there will be almost 100 billionaire, more billionaire will be created by this recycling industry. Many millions of jobs will be created if we create dedicated desk to support this whole ecosystem of material recycling in India. Sir, we know that Government of India is moving through scale and speed in all the sectors. We need same kind of scale and speed for our recycling industry. And that is what my request, only 2 requests, that implementation of policies and dedicated desk is to be created. And with this, thank you so much, sir, for your support.
Thank you, Sanjay Bhai, for your wonderful speech. Sir, 2013 में जब मैंने MRI ज्वाइन करी थी तो MRI भी बहुत छोटी थी और रिसाइकलिंग इंडस्ट्री भी बहुत छोटी थी. संजय भाई ने ये बात मेंशन करी कि 5 लिस्टेड कंपनी है. सर, 5 लिस्टेड कंपनी है हमारे बोर्ड मेंबर्स की. सो जब MRI चालू हुई थी तो एक भी बोर्ड मेंबर्स की एक भी लिस्टेड कंपनी नहीं हुआ करती थी, सर. और धीरे धीरे MRI के आने के बाद पॉलिसीज जैसे जैसे बनी, सर, जैसे जैसे आप लोग का सहयोग मिला, सारी मिनिस्ट्रीज का सहयोग मिला, तो हम लोग ऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर में आते गए. और इस तरह से आज 5 ऐसी कंपनीज हैं हमारे पास जो लिस्टेड हैं और जिनकी वैल्यूएशन बहुत अच्छी है. ग्रेविटा इंडिया, ही इज आर वाइस प्रेसिडेंट इन MRI. पॉन्डी ऑक्साइड्स, JG केमिकल. इको हमारे सोनी साहब बैठे हैं यहाँ पे बाजू में. CMR टेक्नोलॉजीज, CMR ग्रीन टेक्नोलॉजीज विच हैज रिसेंटली लिस्टेड. संजय भाई की कंपनी जापान की बहुत बड़ी इन्वेस्टमेंट इनकी कंपनी में आई है. इंडिया की ओनली रिसाइकलिंग कंपनी जिसमें जापान का इन्वेस्टमेंट है बहुत बड़ा. सर, ये सब बताने के पीछे तात्पर्य ये है कि जिस तरह से गवर्नमेंट ने सपोर्ट किया उस तरह से ये इंडस्ट्री बढ़ी है. और इसमें सबसे बड़ा हाथ अगर मैं बोलूँगा, सिंस डे 1 आवर हैंड्स हैड बीन होल्ड बाय नीति आयोग. नीति आयोग का हमें बहुत सपोर्ट मिला. और इफ़ आई रिमेंबर 2014-15 तो पहली मटेरियल रिसाइकलिंग पॉलिसी जो आई नहीं, लेकिन वो एक बेस डॉक्यूमेंट हमारा बन गया जिसके बेसिस पे हम सारी मिनिस्ट्रीज में जाते थे, हर जगह जाते थे और अपने लाइजनिंग के काम को आगे बढ़ाते थे. नीति आयोग का बहुत सपोर्ट रहा है. इसलिए मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा हमारे फॉर्मर वाइस चेयरमैन श्री राजीव कुमार जी का, सर आए और ऑडियंस को हमारी रिसाइकलिंग इंडस्ट्री को और कैसे आगे लेके जा सकते हैं, सर, थोड़ा सा अवगत करें, सर. थैंक यू.
Our chief guest, Shri Piyush Goyal ji, Mr. Sanjay Mehta, Mr. Soni, Mr. Amar Singh, all the eminences gathered here, researchers, innovators, members of the Niti Aayog and METI, friends. A great pleasure to be back here among the recyclers, and which is what I had started in Niti Aayog. I remember, and I just met my former colleague Shujit, who reminded us that in 2018 we penned the first national recycling policy, and my member Dr. Saraswat helped MARI to rename itself and become the Material Recycling Association of India. And I think it's the intersection of recycling and critical minerals is, I think, an extremely important or extremely critical one, because critical minerals are now a necessity. It's no more an option for us, because we need to advance our electronics industry. In fact, the Prime Minister had once talked about creating an Electronics Commission of India. Our import bill there is very high. We need to start manufacturing domestically, but it has become ubiquitous. With electric vehicles, with the green energy transition, with semiconductors, with all the AI, etc. Electronics is going to become as important, as ubiquitous, as normal as electricity in our day-to-day life. And for that, you need the critical minerals that I expressed my surprise this morning that I wasn't aware of all these critical minerals to begin with. I had heard of lithium, nickel to begin with, cobalt, and then some lithium, etc. But now the names are so many. And we in India have remained a very underexplored economy, for that matter. I think that's that's something that we should recognize. So critical minerals is going to be the future. But also at the same time, recycling will be the future. And and the fact is that circularity is something which is inherent in the Indian tradition. In the Indian tradition, in the Indian way of living, we don't waste things. We have never wasted things. Our country has been such that we will recycle, we would use whatever we can. In fact, it is quite surprising that you don't see the sort of the waste that goes on in the Western countries. So circularity is also inherent and will have to keep increasing as we go forward. Because one thing, friends, that I must remind you of is that India is perhaps the only country in the world history which will have to grow exponentially and also reduce its carbon footprint at the same time. We don't have the option of retrofitting, which everybody else has do. And already there are parts of our country which need retrofitting and which will be very difficult. Our rivers, our ponds, our lakes, our snow peaks, the Himalayan snow peak, they are already in a situation where if they worsen any further, it will be disaster. The planetary boundaries are a must. We have to recognize them. We can't ignore them any longer. And the planetary boundaries to be recognized means that we need to emphasize circularity. We need to emphasize recycling. In fact, may I go as far as to say that it is time, Mr. Mehta, that recycling becomes a glamorous vocation and not a marginal vocation. Because that is what it has been. When you talk about recycling, the only image you get is kabadiwala. But that's not the fact. That's neither here nor there. So what we need actually is for recycling to become glamorous, to become universally recognized, to become the focus of our R&D and innovation as we go forward. So these are the two things that I think have to come together. And recycling can be the answer, the short-term answer for making available to us the critical minerals that we so desperately need. I know that the National Mission on Critical Minerals has been launched. The Geological Survey of India has been given a task of 1,200 projects for exploration. We remain an underexplored economy, but that will happen in the longer term. In the shorter term, for tomorrow, for the next few years, what is the option for India to gather its critical minerals? It must be recycling done in a scientific way, done in a manner, in an organized way. I mean, I have done my thesis on the coal industry in India, and I know that the overburdens of the open cast mining contain so much precious minerals and rare minerals, I'm sure. But not been touched so far. They are at best used for land, for filling up the sort of, open cast mines, or some of it now used for, brick making, etc. But there's much more there. Same for steel tailings. If you get, the mountains that you see along, any blast furnace, etc. All of that has to be done. So with this context, with this background, I have just 2 or 3 suggestions to make here for the consideration of Mr. Goel and also for the MARI. One, that the National Mission on Critical Minerals can become the platform to bring all the concerned ministries together and work as one, and work with a purpose, with a focus. We tried to do that in Niti Aayog for electric vehicles policy and succeeded. And therefore, and similarly, if we can do that for the national critical minerals, all the 14, 15, 12, whatever number of industries are there, so that we can create a national critical mineral and recycling blueprint for the government. So that's the first thing. The second thing which I have emphasized now much more than what I had done before, because I now know the importance of it, is that somehow we need to empower our local governments. If the local governments are not empowered, then there will not be the segregation and the collection and the recycling, and the recycling will not become a formalized or modernized as we need to do. Indore is an example, and I think we can follow that to a certain extent to good effect. So that's the second suggestion about empowering the local governments, at the urban local bodies, etc. The third suggestion that I would like to make, friends, is that we need to create a trust between the government, a basis of trust. Prime Minister talks about it, Honorable Prime Minister talks about Vishwas all the time. We talk about Vishwas, but I think that Vishwas among the people and the government and the stakeholders. The 4 principal stakeholders in our country, of course, are government, industry, civil society, and the academia. These need to work together seamlessly. And on the basis of trust, so that each one knows that the other one is working only in the national interest. And then, of course, the profitability and the self-interest will come, but the primary focus is on national interest. So this trust-based relationship between, how can that be done? What will be the platform to make it happen? And again, my own belief is that this will happen if, under the National Critical Mineral Mission, we bring the states together and we bring even the districts together. So that at that district level, which is what Pehle India Foundation is doing in a big way, at the district level, you can create accountability for these stakeholders to each other. And I think for implementation going forward, that accountability is important. Mr. Mehta has talked about creating a desk in the central government. I suppose that should be done. Maybe it's the mineral mission itself where it can be achieved. But such a desk needs to be created at the state level also. Because each state in India is so diverse from each other, and their conditions are unique, that I personally think that the action has to be much more in the states than at the central level. Thank you very much for listening to me with such patience. I wish the conference a lot of success, and I hope that we will hear about it from MARI, that what are the innovations that they've come up with to repeat myself, to make recycling a glamorous vocation in the country going forward. Thank you very much.
Ministry of Mines has supported MRI in its journey. If I talk about non-ferrous metals recycling framework, सर हमने एक प्रोग्राम किया था आज़ादी का अमृत महोत्सव, मिनिस्ट्री का रिक्वेस्ट आया था, और JNRDDC की टीम और हमारे गुप्ता जी तब डायरेक्टर हुआ करते थे माइंस में, और JS साहब हुआ करते थे, जोशी साहब, इन लोग और मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ स्टील दोनों के, तो सर हमने 10 क्लस्टर्स में विजिट्स कराई थी और सारे ब्यूरोक्रेट्स को लेके गए थे वहाँ पे, हर क्लस्टर्स में लेके जाते थे और वहाँ के इश्यूज हम लोग मिनिस्ट्रीज को बताते थे, और एक एक प्लांट में जाकर के प्रॉपर विजिट्स हुई थी सर. उसके बाद मिनिस्ट्री का पर्सपेक्टिव एकदम ही चेंज हो गया था टुवर्ड्स रिसाइकलिंग, और उसके बाद अगर मैं बोलूं तो हमारे कॉपर में और जिंक और लेड में ड्यूटी रिडक्शंस हुए। एल्यूमिनियम एक बाकी है सर, आपसे अनुरोध है, आपने उस चीज़ को सुन भी लिया है सर, और उस पर आगे कमेटी भी गठित हो गई है और आगे काम भी हो गया है। तो हमारा यही रिक्वेस्ट है कि ये चीज़ अगर हो जाए तो पूरी इंडस्ट्री को काफ़ी रिलीफ मिलेगा। मैं आप लोगों के समक्ष बुलाना चाहूँगा श्री पीयूष गोयल जी को, हु इज़ द चीफ गेस्ट फॉर टुडेज इनॉग्रल सेशन एंड ऑल्सो एन IAS from IAS Secretary Ministry of Mines. Sir, stage is all yours.
Shri Rajiv Kumar ji, Chairman Pehle Foundation and former Vice Chairman Niti Aayog, President, General Secretary and other office bearers of Material Recycling Association of India, and my colleagues and friends from various ministries and industry bodies. It's a pleasure to be among all of you today. For me, recycling is a very, very important sector. That is why even when I'm not able to go to many of the industry bodies meetings, I made it a point that I must come for this meeting and talk to you about this extremely important sector. We all know that mines has a very crucial role to play, mine sector, in India's sustained economic growth. And with that in mind, Ministry of Mines has completed whatever policy reforms we felt were pending for some time, which we identified during the last few months of the 2025. And we took it up in mission mode and we completed all of that by March 2026. I hope many of you are aware of those reforms. And I would like to mention to Shri Rajiv Kumar Sahab that in January we came out with a comprehensive policy as well as SOPs for this, getting all this overburdened tailings dumps, how to extract critical minerals from these. And it's a very comprehensive, which we did after a lot of discussions with all the stakeholders. And we are implementing, and with that, in fact, we have already started getting some excellent results. Like, for instance, cadmium, we are able to now generate in significant quantity from these recycling or recovery processes. Same is true for some other critical minerals, which my colleague, Mr. Anupam from JNRDC, can give you more details about. And so that has been a good experience, and we are continuing with it. And I would say many private companies which were earlier skeptical of making investment in their recovery or tailing dumps or overburdens, thinking that it is not economically profitable, some of them have changed their minds. And the latest to join the bandwagon is Tata Steel, which is also now trying to get some from they have whatever these things they have in their mines. They are putting up a pilot plant which will be commercialized very soon. So, and we have had some notable successes if we talk of the mining sector as a whole. Last year, for the first time, I think we, in the history of the country, we did auction of 212 mineral blocks. The last few years, the average was around 100. And more importantly, operationalization of mines, which has always been the most important missing link. In last 10 years, we had operationalized 58 mines, which included 20 greenfield mines. But in last 1 year alone, 25-26, we operationalized 36 mines, including 28 greenfield mines. And this year, we are confident of operationalizing 50 to 60 greenfield mines in this current year. Now, with that said, we must secure a stable and sustainable domestic supply of critical minerals, which has become extremely important for our clean energy goals as well as many of the strategic industries. And since today's session focuses on that, and especially on recycling as a means to achieve that end, so we'll talk more about it. But first, to talk of critical minerals as a whole, my friends and colleagues have mentioned about the exploration activities and the target of 1200, which had been taken for 7 years, that is from up till March 2031. So we expedited that a lot, and 571 exploration projects have been completed by GSI, 300 more have been taken up this year. So we hope to target more than 2,000 projects by 31. And we're also getting a lot of private exploration agencies to scale up their exploration efforts overall also, as well as in the critical minerals. Auction again against the target of 100 blocks till 31. 56 blocks have already been auctioned, and we again hope to cross 200 by the time this period ends. Then Ministry of Mines is supporting the establishment of 4 critical mineral processing parks in 4 states, namely Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Odisha and Maharashtra. And one element which can be there in all these critical mineral processing parks is our recycling industry. In fact, Odisha has specially identified this activity as one of the key activities in the processing park in Odisha. All of us are aware of the rare earth corridor announced in the budget, and together with Department of Atomic Energy, Ministry of Mines has held several discussions with the 4 states which are part of that, and I would say good progress is being made on that front. And we hope that, in fact, our expectation is by 2030, India will have more than its own requirement of rare earth elements, zirconium, titanium. Probably will end up exporting products made from these critical minerals in the next decade. Then we also are coming up with into innovative ideas to develop critical mineral processing value chain. Because today, if you were to ask me, that is the most important, the key step which we need to take to make ourselves Atmanirbhar in critical minerals. Our companies, especially in private sectors, already have mines in Africa and some other places where they have critical minerals like lithium, cobalt, but they're not able to bring to our country. They're just trading it outside because we don't have a value chain. So this was the first thing we took on a most urgent mission mode basis as soon as I joined in September last year. And after several, I would say 6 rounds of stakeholder consultations, because I personally believe that policy should not be made in office. Policy has to flow from our industry people who are working in the field, who are actually know all the nitty-gritty, and they are the ones who should tell us what they need. How should we support them? So with that, and with the support of all the government departments, whole of government approach as advocated by our Honorable Prime Minister, we are now very close to finalizing a scheme for processing value chain for the battery minerals. Now, a very important element of this critical mineral ecosystem would be to close the loops through recovery, recycling, reuse, urban mining. Therefore, under this mission, a major push is being given to recycling and circularity initiatives. The Union Cabinet approved a rupees 1,500 crore incentive scheme on 3rd of September last year. And we in Ministry of Mines decided that we were given time till December 2025 to come out with the guidelines and operationalize the scheme, but we decided we'll take it up in a mission mode, and after 2 rounds of extensive consultations with the stakeholders, we launched it on the birth date of our father of nation, Mahatma Gandhi, on 2nd October. And we incorporated all the suggestions we had received with the fruitful suggestions, and I'm happy to say that the scheme is proving to be a great success. When the last date of submission of applications was April 1, we had given 6 months for that, so that no one can say that they didn't get ample opportunity. Again, I would compliment our team, including JNARDC, whom we gave an almost impossible task, which they claim at that time, to process all the applications concurrently. And as you know, in India, we have that habit of many people submit applications as late as possible. So many of the applications came by the last date, but again we said we must finish it within a month, and I'm happy to say by April 30 they had issued all letters to all the 58 recyclers who qualified as per the provisions of the scheme. And against the target of 270 kilotons, we have got commitment of 850 kiloton. So I am personally very optimistic that by 2030 or so, India would become a major hub of critical mineral recycling. Not just, I would say, for the Asia, but I'm looking forward to our country becoming a major global hub by the next decade. The scheme promotes recycling-based recovery of 27 minerals, and with incentives focused on actual mineral extraction and processing rather than only black mass production. And overall, the scheme is expected to create 3 lakh tons per year of e-waste recycling by 2030. And I would say that the kind of interest which has been shown by the private sector, this is going to increase many-fold. In fact, in some sectors, though, first is, I would say, lithium-ion battery scrap, we would be able to utilize whatever domestic scrap we are generating in the country. In fact, tomorrow we are going to hold a meeting with all the selected 58 entities to see how they are progressing, and in case they have any difficulties, we would like to help them in resolving those. In fact, our analysis shows that out of the list of 25 critical minerals, including that coking coal declared by Ministry of Coal, there are many critical minerals which are required in very small quantities for specialized purposes by, let's say, defense industry or space industry. And many of these can be fulfilled solely from recycling. So recycling for some critical minerals can be the be-all and end-all as far as countries' needs are concerned. And the next challenge for us is proper collection of critical minerals from across the country. There are various institutions, various industries, and especially households, where we feel that what was mentioned by Shri Rajiv Kumar ji, that still that, especially with the household, kabadiwala phenomenon is very, very dominant. And that informal sector collection mechanism doesn't really cater to scientific extraction of the various critical minerals which may be present in those and that waste, whatever is being disposed of. So with that in mind, we have been in discussion with many of the recyclers, and in fact, there were many suggestions on the table, and in fact, finally, we could form a consensus on what needs to be done, and we decided that we should try and come out with some kind of a pilot effort in a few places in the country. But the issue of viability gap funding could not be addressed. So for that, we have requested Niti Aayog to do a study and let us know what is the appropriate thing so that no one can question the basis for that. So very soon we'll like to work out a mechanism. We already had discussions with the relevant stakeholders like Ministry of Housing and Urban and other government ministries. But finally we decided that we must lead this effort, as Shri Rajiv Kumar ji said, that Ministry of Mines should take the lead under NCMM and push this initiative through, because we are already late in joining this race for critical minerals. We cannot afford to lose any more time. In fact, we should now be among the fastest in this race to secure our country's strategic interests. And in fact, on suggestion by many of the participating recyclers, it was decided that we can have one portal where all others can link through to that, so that it becomes known nationwide. Right now, the problem is various companies, recycling companies, they have their own websites, and where they also even provide some mechanism for collection of critical minerals from various places. But most of us don't know about it. So how do we make it a ghar ghar ka kind of andolan, or what should we call it? Some kind of an effort which cuts across various barriers and becomes a household name. तो with that in mind, हमने JNIRDC को टास्क किया कि उनका पोर्टल को और थोड़ा सा अच्छा अपग्रेड करें और सारे रिसाइकलर्स उससे लिंक कर सकते हैं थ्रू APIs or otherwise, so that over a period of time, probably in next couple of years or so, we can make this portal so visible कि anyone who wants to dispose of critical minerals and feels कि भाई I don't want to just waste this, can make use of that and have a very seamless, effortless mechanism of collection of this waste products from that place at economic prices, because ultimately the economics has to be there. वो कबाड़ी वाला जो इनफॉर्मल मैकेनिज्म को भी हमें उसमें इनकॉर्पोरेट करना होगा, उसके लिए भी कई मॉडल्स पे हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं, पर हमें ये सब मिलके कुछ ऐसा प्रयास करना होगा कि हमारे देश में जो जितना ये क्रिटिकल मिनरल वेस्ट जा रहा है उसको हम किसी भी हालत में वेस्ट ना जाने दें। ये हमारी संस्कृति के भी खिलाफ है। जैसा कई लोगों ने कहा, हमारे देश की संस्कृति ये रही है कि एक अन्न का एक दाना भी वेस्ट ना जाए, और ये सर्कुलरिटी तो अब बात हो रही है हमारे यहाँ, तो ये प्राचीन काल से ये हमारी संस्कृति, हमारी सभ्यता की एक बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण एक ये अभिन्न अंग रहा है। तो अब हम सब लोग को इस पे बहुत प्रयास करना होगा। ये हमें एक अपने सारे जहां जहां हमारा इंटरेक्शन हो, हमें इस बात को बहुत एम्फसाइज करना होगा, क्योंकि ये सब तब तक नहीं होगा जब तक हम में से प्रत्येक व्यक्ति अपने अपने घर में जाके अपने अपने जो हमारे संपर्क का दायरा है वहां पे बातचीत करके वहां पे मोटिवेट ना करें, और इस बात को मतलब एक तरह से हम लोग के जहन में इतना गहरा उतर जाए कि आने वाले समय में हम सोच भी ना सके कि भाई हम कोई चीज डिस्पोज करने जा रहे हैं तो उसमें पहले हमारे दिमाग में ख्याल आना चाहिए क्या इस कमोडिटी में, चाहे वो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक की कुछ भी प्रोडक्ट हो, उसमें क्या जो क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स छिपे हुए हैं जिसके बारे में हमें से बहुत से लोग जानते भी नहीं कि उसमें कितने तरह के क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स हैं, तो वो हमारे को रहे कि नहीं भाई इसको हमें पहले सिक्योर करना जरूरी है। पहले मैं उस पोर्टल पे जाके देखूंगा, अगर मुझे वहां ठीक दाम मिल रहा है तो मैं वहीं को बेचूंगा, रादर देन मैं किसी कबाड़ी वाले को बेचूं, या अगर मैं कबाड़ी वाले को बेच भी रहा हूं तो मैं चेक करूंगा भाई कबाड़ी वाला आगे उससे कहीं कनेक्टेड है किसी ऐसी हमारे मैकेनिज्म से कि ये हमारी चीजें वेस्ट ना हो। तो इस बातों के साथ मैं पुनः आप सबका आह्वान करूंगा, हम सबको मिलकर काम करना है, सरकार आपसे अलग नहीं है। पहली बात समझने की बहुत जरूरी है, सरकार और आप हम सब एक हैं, हम सब भारत देश के नागरिक हैं, हमारा सबका एक दायित्व है कि अपने देश को हम अधिक से अधिक समृद्ध बनाएं, और उसके लिए हमें जो भी करना हो जी जुट के उसके लिए पूरा प्रयास करें, और उसमें कोई भी हम पत्थर मतलब जो कहते हैं लीव नो स्टोन अनटर्न्ड, हमें पूरे शिद्दत से, पूरे एक जुनून के साथ, एक पूरे पैशन के साथ इस सबके में मिलकर काम करना है। और हमें यह भी ध्यान रखना है कि हम खाली अपने हित ना सोचे, हम कोई ऐसा काम ना करें कि अपने 4 पैसे के फायदे के लिए हम देश का 400 रुपए का नुकसान कर दें। वो मानसिकता से भी हमें उबरना होगा। हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी इसका एक खुद बात कहते भी हैं और आदर्श भी प्रस्तुत करते हैं। तो हमें सबको मिलके उनकी आकांक्षाओं के अनुरूप और जिस प्रकार से वो स्वयं मेहनत करते हैं, उतनी मेहनत तो शायद हम लोग ना कर पाए, पर जितनी भी मेहनत हम लोग कर सकते हैं, हम लोग मिलके उनके कंधे से कंधा मिला के इस देश को समृद्ध बनाने के लिए अपना भरपूर योगदान दें। और मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगा मटेरियल रिसाइकलिंग एसोसिएशन ऑफ इंडिया का और आज के सभी डिस्टिंग्विश्ड पार्टिसिपेंट्स का कि ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट ये डायलॉग ऑर्गेनाइज किया जा रहा है। और हम सब आप आश्वस्त रहें, सरकार में जो हम लोग हैं, हम होल ऑफ गवर्नमेंट अप्रोच लेके एक डेडिकेटेड तरीके से इस पे काम करेंगे। आपने डेडिकेटेड डेस्क की बात कही कॉमर्स डीपीआईटी में, हम डेडिकेटेड डेस्क से ऊपर उठें, हम में से हर व्यक्ति आपके लिए डेडिकेटेड उपलब्ध है। और मैं समझता हूं आपको स्वयं का अनुभव है, आप जो ईमेल्स भेजते हैं सेक्रेटरी वाली ईमेल पे मैं खुद उसको पढ़ता हूं और उसी के बेसिस पे मैंने आपको बुला के आपसे मुलाकात करके आपकी जो भी समस्याएं थी उनको समझा। और आप निश्चिंत रहें, हमारे स्तर पे जो भी प्रयास रिक्वायर्ड है वो किए जा रहे हैं और शीघ्र शीघ्र आपकी जितनी भी समस्याएं हमारे सामने आई हुई हैं उनमें से एक ही बची है, उसका निराकरण किया जाएगा। और आने वाले समय में भी आपको जो मदद चाहिए हम उसके लिए आपके लिए पूरी तरह से तैयार हैं। कॉमर्स मिनिस्ट्री के अधिकारियों के साथ भी आपकी मीटिंग कराई गई थी पिछले सप्ताह, उन्होंने आपको खुद ऑफर किया है कि जो आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट है कुछ कंट्रीज के साथ फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट्स में आप उसको उनको बताएं, इसके बारे में वो डायलॉग करके उसको भी इंक्लूड करने का पूरा प्रयास करेंगे। तो विद दैट इन माइंड वंस अगेन थैंक यू सो मच। हम सब मिलके इस दिशा में पुरजोर एफर्ट्स करें। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
सर थैंक यू सो मच फॉर सच अ इंस्पिरेशनल स्पीच। आपने एक बहुत अच्छी बात बोली, कलेक्शन ऑफ क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स या नॉन फेरस मेटल्स। सर हमारे पास रिसाइकलर्स बहुत हैं और मटेरियल भी डोमेस्टिकली बहुत ज़्यादा अवेलेबल, मतलब मैं बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं बोलूँगा लेकिन एक अच्छी मात्रा में अवेलेबल है। लेकिन एक बहुत बड़ी समस्या आ रही है कि जो ये जितना भी मटेरियल है सब ज़्यादातर करके इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर में चला जाता है। उसके पीछे एक सबसे बड़ा लेवरेज है जीएसटी का, जो 18% जीएसटी लगता है उसमें एक बहुत 9-10% का एक मार्जिन मिल जाता है इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर को, और वो मटेरियल वो कभी भी हमारे फॉर्मल सेक्टर में फ्लो नहीं हो पाता है। इन केस अगर हम ये 18 का 5 कर पाए, जो कि एमआरआई अपनी तरफ से अथक प्रयास कर रहा है, बहुत सारी मिनिस्ट्रीज को, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस से लेकर के मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ स्टील, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ माइंस, नीति आयोग, हर जगह हमने इसके बहुत प्रयास किए हैं और हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि ये चीज हो जाए। लेकिन हमारा आपसे अनुरोध है सर कि अगर ये 18 से 5 का एक रिकमेंडेशन आपकी मिनिस्ट्री से जाएगा तो ये बहुत रिसाइकलिंग इंडस्ट्री के लिए बहुत अच्छा हो जाएगा। सर दूसरा, रिसाइकलिंग की एक मैगजीन है जो एमआरआई पब्लिश करती है, मटेरियल रिसाइकलिंग मैगजीन, और ये एवरी मंथ वी कम अप विद 1 एडिशन। दिस टाइम इट इज ऑन क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स, और ऐसे ही हर बार हम लोग इसको संचालित करते हैं, और हमारे एडिटर साहब हैं अयपन जी जो इसको इसके बारे में लिखते हैं। तो मैं सबसे अनुरोध करूंगा जितने भी लोग यहाँ पे उपस्थित हैं कि काइंडली सब्सक्राइब आवर मैगजीन, spend some time. If you want to give your inputs, please do that. Sir, MRI, apart from such small conferences, we also do our annual event, which is attended by 3,000 delegates. और बहुत मिनिस्ट्रीज से लोग आते हैं और वर्ल्ड ओवर से लोग आते हैं, 400-500 फॉरेनर विजिटर्स भी होते हैं। सर तो मेरा आपसे अनुरोध है, रिक्वेस्ट है, हम लोग आपको इनवाइट करेंगे सर, प्लीज उस कॉन्फ्रेंस में आके एक बार सबको रिसाइकलिंग की जो स्ट्रेंथ है, जिस तरह से आपका विजन है, किस तरह से ये क्रिटिकल मिनरल रिसाइकलिंग आगे बढ़े, नॉन फेरस मेटल रिसाइकलिंग आगे बढ़े, तो आप प्लीज सर एक बार आइए। बहुत बड़े बड़े मिनिस्टर्स, ब्यूरोक्रेट्स ऑलरेडी ये कॉन्फ्रेंस अटेंड कर चुके हैं। इस बार हमारा अनुरोध है सर कि प्लीज आप हमारी कॉन्फ्रेंस में आए। और थ्रू दिस फोरम आई वुड लाइक टू रेज वन मोर पॉइंट। वी ऑल हैव बीन टॉकिंग स्क्रैप स्क्रैप स्क्रैप। लेट अस नॉट यूज वर्ड स्क्रैप anymore. Let us start saying recyclable materials, because these are the resource, and it will be very beneficial if, as MRI, we have now taken a step. In all our letters, we are not going to write word scrap anymore. We will be using recyclable materials, because if we don't change our vision and approach, we will not be able to change the vision and approach of government. So my humble request to each one of you, please don't use word scrap. Let us start using word recyclable materials. Now I would like to welcome Shri B.K. Soni ji, who is the director at MRI and also chairman of Eco Recycling Limited. Sir, please give vote of thanks. Thank you.
कितनी खुशनुमा सुबह है। एंड ऑफ लाइफ को वीजीएफ से जोड़ा पीयूष जी ने और ग्लैमरस बना दिया राजीव जी ने, और ये एक्चुअली बहुत बड़ा परिवर्तन है सोच का। अभी तक हम कबाड़ियों के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से सोचते थे या रिसाइकलिंग इंडस्ट्री को एक कबाड़ी की इंडस्ट्री समझते थे। ये रिसाइकलिंग इंडस्ट्री इज अ नेशन बिल्डिंग इंडस्ट्री, एंड वी शुड रियली लुक एट रिसोर्सेस, सेकेंडरी सोर्स ऑफ मटेरियल। विद दिस, respected chief guest, Shri Piyush Goyal ji, Secretary Ministry of Mines, esteemed guest of honor Dr. Rajiv Kumar Sahab, Chairman Pehle India Foundation, honorable dignitaries, esteemed speakers, distinguished guests, and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. As we conclude the inaugural session, it's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of the Material Recycling Association of India, MRAI. To begin with, I express our sincere gratitude to our Chief Guest, Shri Piyush Goyal ji, Secretary Ministry of Mines, for gracing this occasion with his esteemed presence and for sharing his inspiring vision of India, for India, critical minerals ecosystem. Your guidance and leadership continue to strengthen India's journey towards resource security and sustainable industrial growth. We also extend our heartfelt appreciation to our distinguished guest of honor, Dr. Rajiv Kumar Sahab, Chairman Pehle India Foundation, for his continued support to the recycling industry. I thank dignitaries from the Ministry of Mines, Niti Aayog, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Ministry of Environment and Forest, Climate Change, MHI, and other government departments and institutions for taking out time to join us today. Your presence underscores the importance of collaboration in building a resilient and circular critical minerals ecosystem. We are equally grateful to our knowledge partners, TERI and JNIRDC, Sustainable Partners, Circularity, Association of Industry Partners, media partners, and sponsors for their unwavering support in making the conference possible. A special word of appreciation goes to all our delegates representing industry, recyclers, OEMs, technology providers, startups, researchers, academia, investors, and international organizations. Your participation highlights the growing momentum behind India's critical mineral recycling sector. I would also like to acknowledge the tireless efforts of the MRI Secretariat, whose dedication over the past several months has made today's event a reality. With the successful conclusion of our inaugural session, we now look forward to a day of insightful technical discussions, presentations, engaging panel discussions, and the exchange of constructive ideas that will collectively shape the future of India's critical minerals recycling ecosystem. I extend my deepest appreciation for your presence and continued support. May this conference be both productive and enriching for all the participants today. Thank you so much and good day to all of you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I'll request Mr. Sanjay Mehta to kindly felicitate our chief guest. I'll request Soni Saab to felicitate Dr. Rajiv Kumar. We'll break for the tea for 10 minutes and then we'll start our next session. Thank you.